Hey yo, we made that shit. Ain't that right, baby?
You did great, honey.
I did great.
What's going on? It's your boy Crustini on the track, baby. And guess what?
The doctor said, I don't know.
I got a nose job, so you don't have to. Me. If you don't know,
I don't know.
I did lose my mic, so I apologize. I know the audio in this is gonna be pretty bad. I had a deviated septum that was super bad. It was deviated on both sides. It was like that and like that. That was only about a week and like 2 days ago. I want to go over basically what it is, what got done, my recovery process as far as things to expect and that kind of stuff. But first I need to go get the dogs.
Now we on the up and up, right?
Yeah, we're on the up and up, baby.
Up and up, baby.
September 9th is when I got septoplasty and turbine reduction. Something. It starts with the T. I know it does. It's these three like sensor looking like tubes in your nose. Basically the doctor had said that mine were like enlarged and there was a way to like make them smaller by like stitching them smaller. Done that along with the septoplasty. That way I could get the deviated septum not to be deviated and be just a straight cartilage instead of a little crooked thing. Went under for it. It was the same day operation. Like I got there at 11. I think I was out by like 2 or 3, something like that. It was my first surgery I ever had, so there was a lot of new things for me. I've never been under anesthesia. I've never had surgery. I've never done any of that fun stuff. So basically the benefits or the reasoning to get this surgery is that way you can actually straighten out your septum. That way your pathways for breathing are more like cleared and not closed off. That way you can actually get more oxygen in through your nose. I also have been known to snore quite a lot. And this is something that has actually so far prevented me from snoring again, which is interesting because I've literally always snored. So, I don't know how long my septum has been deviated. If I had to guess, probably my whole life. But if I also had to guess, it probably only got worse over time between tumbling and weightlifting and parkour and cheerleading and just trying different things and, you know, getting hit in the face because that's just how it goes. He got in there, the doctor, and he was like, yeah, it's definitely deviated. Day of, got there, had a fast, which that sucked. If you know me, I eat all the time, so yeah, that was super lame. Went into surgery, got knocked out for it. When I came to, first off, I was already dressed and like in a wheelchair, good to go. Do not recall any of that.
I don't know.
I was able to immediately eat. However, since I had a stitch, like I want to say I was in my septum, I wasn't able to really move my top lip very well. So eating and drinking was super difficult. I also had stents in my nose, and they were, I mean, I'll show you a video. They were like that long.
Oh, sick.
There's one. You all right?
Holy shit. Wow.
Yep. Take a breath.
Oh.
Other side.
So like I couldn't really like do anything with my nose. I couldn't breathe through it, like literally at all. Could not breathe through my nose for the week following surgery. They gave me painkillers and antibiotics that way to prevent any sort of infection and obviously help any pain that was going to happen. I didn't take the painkillers. Instead, I did take some Tylenol. I stayed basically on a rotation of Tylenol. That way I could make sure that pain and fever was all down and staying down. In terms of the pain, there was a few moments where the pressure built up and that's what really caused the pain. It kind of just felt like a really heavy sinus infection that was just super inflated, but it never was like, oh my god, ow type pain, if that makes any sense at all. But I also did take the week really easy. I was told I'm not allowed to like we pick her up to take her out. I wasn't allowed to pick her up. Didn't really bend over much. Slept straight up, which that sucked a lot. It honestly made my neck hurt more than my nose hurt. Like that freaking was ridiculous. But overall, the surgery itself did not hurt that bad. And like I said, the only main pain was from the pressure itself. Now, on the follow-up, when you get the stents and the stitches removed, that pain was so bad.
All right, you're good.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Oh my god.
That's the worst part. That's by far the worst part.
But it only lasts for a super short time. So it's definitely bearable. But that moment is definitely the most pain that you'll have from the surgery. In my experience, that sucked awfully. Like him snipping the stitch and then yanking it through your freaking septum and then pulling out the 2 stents. That was not a good time. That was easily the worst experience of all of this. Things I didn't really expect was like to drink. I had to like, for example, if it's a bottle, instead of like putting your mouth over the bottle or like covering it entirely, like I had to like leave the edges of my lip open to where I could try and breathe. Otherwise, if I drank and my mouth would like seal the bottle and I couldn't breathe through my nose, it just kind of like it scared me. It made me feel like I was gonna choke. It was crazy because literally nothing was getting to my nose. If I swallowed, I could hear the snot in my nose make some weird sounds and do things because like I just couldn't operate. Basically, imagine you had a completely inoperable nose for the entire week. Eating, sleeping, swallowing, drinking, like everything. Like your nose was not involved in it You had no control of it. So immediately coming out, you have what they call a drip pad, and it's basically like a mustache gauze that they tape to your face. That way it catches all your blood, snot, and whatever else happens to come out of your nose. So basically, I really wore that at all times for the first like day and a half. And then after like night 2, I kind of just stopped wearing it for the most part. I think night 2 and night 3 I wore it while I slept, but other than that, I took it off and just stayed on the Kleenexes. I did go through boxes and boxes and boxes of tissues. To be expected. You had a nose surgery. Everything's starting to actually, like, it has somewhere to go now, which is crazy because world difference. I did notice immediately that although I wasn't sleeping a lot, the sleep quality that I got felt better. I wear a Garmin. I know Garmin's aren't 100% accurate. No wrist device is going to be 100% accurate. However, it also tracks my respirations per minute while I'm sleeping. And since surgery, it has gone down. I posted on my Instagram story and all this. I want to say my average before was 14 breaths a minute, and now I'm down to, I want to say it's like 8 a minute. It's something along those lines. So like there's backed data that shows that this has already made an improvement in my physical well-being. So that's already super dope, and I'm still not actually recovered yet. So at the bare minimal, there's that. At the 1 week mark, you have the follow-up. That's where you get the stent and the stitch removed. Just went over everything and told me what to expect, and officially gave me the good to go on light cardio, and that's basically it. Like no high intensity, no weights. He said that can all start next week, but like ramp it up casually. So I have had one workout. All it was just some air squats, box step ups, and running. Very, very light on the running. I honestly started with walking just to make sure I was good to go. Felt good, so I increased the run more and more each round just to see how it felt, and it felt fine, so that's nice. I don't feel too much pressure anymore now that those are out. I'm telling you, the second those left my nose, I felt so much better. He also at that point gave me, I want to say it's like known as a neti pot. It's like this squeezable like water solution that you squirt into your nose on one side, and it's supposed to come out the other. So he told me to start doing that daily. He said like his easiest way to do it is just do it when he showers. So I started doing that. Day 1, I didn't really get anything out, and it was so terrifying. Like the water would hit my throat, and I'm like, oh, what do I do? Day 2 though, when I done it, I got nastiness out of my nose, and I immediately felt like I had a way to breathe in and out of my nose, which was insane. And that sounds crazy, but like when I first got the stents out, I asked my wife if it was normal to like be able to breathe and feel snot in your nose. Up to this point, if there was snot in my nose, I couldn't breathe. Like that just is what it is. If there was snot, I'd be congested and clogged up to where I couldn't really breathe through my nose, whether it was like a light allergy kind of thing or if it was like super heavy. Now she had said that like, of course, like if it's like so far backed up and running, like yeah, you're gonna be plugged up. It is what it is. But if there was anything, I really couldn't breathe through my nose. And it's so nice. I can breathe through both sides of my nose right now. You don't think it's insane until you haven't done it your whole life, and now you do. That being said, that is where I stand. Basically 1 week post surgery. I know it's not a whole lot, but I do want to, 1, open the table in case anyone has any questions. 2, provide my feedback on what to expect and things I didn't expect. I didn't expect how much I freaking ran through those tissues because they were like crazy, like literally like crazy. My sleep quality was so stupidly better, although I got less sleep overall. Insane. And the pain wasn't nothing. Like I was really surprised that it wasn't as bad as I had expected it to be. So good things so far. If you have any questions about it at all or about my experience, let me know down below. I will update you guys again. He said basically recovery should be in about 3 weeks. So in 3 weeks, I will know exactly where I stand and how I feel with all of it. I did lose my mic, so I apologize. I know the audio in this is going to be pretty bad. And I know that I said I was going to make more cooking videos, and I will. And I'll be bringing back a lot more different videos. But until then, I do apologize. I had surgery, so I didn't really focus on filming too much, you know. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Much love. Penelope. Get it? Because Penelope.